Hello everyone, here I am the Primacy of Politics, and here we are again in another video on this July 10th in the year of 2016. Today I wanted to talk about third parties and the 2016 election. So first of all, there's a claim I frequently hear, and it really pisses me off every time I hear it: third parties shouldn't run because they can't win. And I say this is a dumb argument, because in many occasions, the third parties know they can't win, but the idea behind a third party is to show there are enough people who are dissatisfied with the Republicans or Democrats that people will not vote for either party. And I think it's providing a viable, or it's providing an alternative. It's showing, it's an active way to show your displeasure with the Republicans or Democrats. And it's very obvious, I think, many people have pointed out, deservedly so, that Republicans and Democrats are controlled by party elites, insiders, they're controlled by special interests. And if you get rid of the third party, then the Democrats and Republicans are going to be even more comfortable with business as usual. And you do not want this. So, I mean, the third party gives Americans a avenue to display or show their displeasure with the Republicans and Democrats. And also, if a third party candidate gains enough traction, like Ross Perot did in the 1992 election, or in 1996, in the 90s, it's certainly possible that the Republicans or Democrats could adopt, a version of what the third party is saying. So, I mean, it's a healthy discourse of ideas. A third party is offering an alternative, is offering more choice. In this democracy, we need it. And I mean, I know our system is inherently designed to two parties, but we need other parties, we need more alternatives. And while it is true a third party could be a spoiler, ruin the election for someone, you could arguably make this argument for Ralph Nader in the 2000 election screwing over Al Gore. I definitely think this is a worthy price to pay for having another alternative. It simply comes down to, you need more choice, you need people to be able to express their views, and the third parties is another way to do this. And the thing is, it's not necessarily true that the third parties won't win. I mean, American politics is full of, former parties, like the Federalist Party, which, the first party system, the second party system. These parties no longer exist. And I mean, you could have, let's say, for instance, the fallout from Donald Trump being the standard bearer and the Republicans causes a huge rupture, and you could have sort of a new libertarian Republican fusion. It's just simply because the Republicans and Democrats have been around for, over 100 years doesn't mean they're going to be around forever. So I think that the third party, if they continually run, they could be in a position one day to become, one of the two main parties. I think that's so far in sum we have. I think it's dumb for this argument that third parties shouldn't run, because providing another alternative alone is reason enough. The idea of them being a spoiler, I don't think the argument is strong enough. I think that the alternative, the service they are providing, is greater than the threat of a spoiler election. And finally, I think eventually, if the third party does well enough, they could be in a position of power and do well. Oh, not to forget, the third party's positions could influence the way the main parties operate. And in a quick segue to the 2016 election, I mean, I think for the Libertarian presidential candidates, they're polling about 11%, and for Jill Stein and the Green Party, they're polling around 8%. So you have, let's just say, 15 to 20% of the American people who are disgusted enough with the Republicans, Democrats to vote for a third party. That's nothing to sneeze at. I mean, the third parties really could make some damage this year, especially if they get some electoral votes, and really make the Democrats and Republicans sweat. So I think in this election, with two very unpopular main nominees, there's a real potential for a third party to start, a movement maybe in 10 years that's very viable. So I think it's a great year for third parties. It remains to be seen in the next months what happens. But I think that overall, that 2016 could be the beginning of a third party resurgence or renaissance. Thank you very much for watching my video. I hope comment, share, or subscribe if you find this channel valuable to you. You go back to doing whatever you're doing, watching the Kardashians or Kim Kardashian's ass or whatever it is. But thank you very much for watching, and there'll be more videos to come. Thank you. Enjoy your Sunday.